Hey everyone, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back. Later on the same day from the last episode, starting to just take a peek at a contract I can work on. So just trying to get something going, just getting familiar with what they're doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get stuff done and at least catch up here on the little bit I've got. So I'm going to go up to the end of the field and then come back down that line, and then I'm probably going to stop for a bit. So let's see. There, the yellow farm. So everything that needs to be harvested. Alright, so there isn't a ton here right now. I'm hoping, hoping that I can whatchamacallit, get some of this work done later, but I guess if I can't, if other people jump on and do it, there's not much I can do. I am back here later, starting the session in the evening. These guys are quick. There was quite a bit left. Luckily, it does seem like there's a little bit, because I don't have a ton of time before I really need to get to bed today, but certainly would love to be able to do something for folks. But yeah, they harvested a couple huge fields. I mean, again, I've been gone for 5 or 6 hours, so if someone, jumped on and did it, it certainly will move things along, but, so, kind of early bird gets the worm thing here for sure. So I think, I'm going to have to see when I edit things, but obviously you'll have known by now because that'll be the video part that's before here. I think I ended up kind of barely starting to talk when I was checking things out, and then there was another FM on that I got into a conversation with basically about the farm and the line and this and that, and so obviously wasn't focusing on doing any speaking at that point. Alright, what is happening and why is it not going? I don't understand. This is very strange. I mean, it's going, but it's not like slipping on anything, so... Alright, well, I thought it was starting. I'm like, oh, it's good, but... I don't see any weird lag stuff. What is happening? Okay, it's not that. I mean, it doesn't appear to be slipping. I just don't understand what is going on. It's not a repair thing. I mean, it was working really, really well until I turned around here, and then it started doing what it's doing here. Like, this will be brutal if this is what it does. So I don't understand. Like, it's going between... I mean, it's acting like lag, where it's going between 0 and whatever, but... I mean, I don't have far to go, otherwise I'd definitely be, like, trying to back off and start again, but... Not like exit. Well, I'm not planning on exiting the server. I'm hoping it fixes up here, but... Alright, so we had a little bit of a chat, I guess. This is something that happens to this server once in a while. They said they're talking to an admin about it now, trying to nail it down. Right now, it appears to be working, so... Try to get this little bit done here, I guess. So I'm trying to figure out, they also said field 51. If you see that, yell at the screen so that at least you know you found it. But yeah, so I'm not sure where that is and all, but I think, you know, that field there, right on the other side of the fence works. Oh, come on, it was doing so nicely. Craziness, I tell you. Alright, so that's like soybean or something over there. So I guess I'll go do 28 like I was supposed to. Alright, so what does that mean? I guess not. Alright, well, we'll see what I have to redo. Alright, I am back in. That is super fast. So I will tell you, that is certainly another difference from FSN to here. A server restart like that would normally be, they'll tell you to stay off for like 15 minutes. So it maybe was 5, and it may have been on earlier, I don't know. But clearly it let me back in. So I'm hoping everything's okay. May not be, I don't know. It looks like they've got some sort of thing going here as far as some AI. So I'm not sure where that's running, but I guess wherever it is, it's going against me. It might be up on 28. So the way it's ticking away, it looks like it's multiple things, I'll tell you that. So alright, what is happening? Why is it not gonna line up here? Because I'd like to be empty. Alright, so let's see. Doesn't, well, I can't say that. There we go. No, it is, so. Well, I guess we'll go and do what we can. Alright, so it looks like we go up here. So I will follow their lead, because obviously they know how it's best to approach their fields, and that way I'm not doing something crazy. It looks like something else over here too. But I think this field down here, yeah, that's sunflower, it looks like. So maybe I'll start here, and we'll go from there and just start pounding away. So he did turn off the AI. I've got to set my line here. So let me see what everything looks like. Oh, we got a train coming by. That's always fun. So let me see. Oops. Whoops, wrong button. So let me turn it. So I should be good there. Alright, what am I seeing here? So we'll run that here. I'm confused on how we get to the south portion of the field. So that is definitely giving me a little bit of pause. But again, I'll worry about it when I need to worry about it. But the good news is I'm on with the boss man, so they'll be able to see what I'm doing. Bad news is I can see how this is going already. This is one of those edges of the map, and I have had bad luck with edges of the map lately, I'll tell you that. So, I'm a little leery. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. So, I think I'm just manually gonna run a double headland here. It makes no sense to change the line. But we'll do that, and then, you know, I'm not sure if the AI will know that this part is done, or how this all will work, but we'll see. At this point, we just gotta be careful that we don't run into each other, because it's obviously gonna be coming. I can't see anything right now, so maybe it's emptying. So maybe he stops it and empties, I'm not sure. No, it's coming now, but I should be able to... I think I'm going to win this game of chicken here. So I will definitely get down this way. But the nice thing is then if we run this, it'll be an easier thing to not have to worry about running off the edge of the map, which is obviously an important thing as well. So the real question is, can I go ahead of him again? I think I can. I should be fine. So, there we go. And then we are clear. And he can do his thing. And I'll have gotten the double headland I was asked to do. But yeah, it looks like the AI is smart enough to see that, so that's cool. I don't know that I've noticed that before. But in any event, so the good thing is I can just start up here, and I'll just kind of go up here, and then we'll stay out of each other's way, and that will work. So I could ask, like, I don't know if he's not driving the harvester, because that's clearly AI. But I just don't know if he'll come around with the truck and help out or not. But if I need to do something, I can. Part of what he had said, though, so this is an interesting possibility, because basically he pays for experience. So kind of his point was, if he just gives me a direction and I don't ask him a million questions, then I get paid more, up to, in theory, I think 15,000 an hour. But he starts at 10. You know, and I think he said for partials, so I guess my thing is, like, if you don't finish all the way to the end of the harvest, you don't get the extra money, so maybe it's 10 to 13 if I just am able to do what I can do. I don't know. I mean, at this point, either way, 10,000 is still not bad. Obviously, I'd like to get more if I can, because, you know, that's just how stuff works. So, I could have turned around and had him run up next to me, but we'll see how he wants to do that later, if at all. So, you know, you never know what the boss man's looking at. There you know, there we go, and we'll just keep plowing along, and obviously at some point we'll meet, and that will be what we want to do. So, but definitely a lot going on, and once again, just nice, you know, I mean, there is someone else on, obviously Schwag is on, but, you know, it kind of looks like there's 3 of us, but there really isn't. So, definitely a cool type thing here. So, again, now I've got room to turn around. Obviously, the AI keeps moving along. I assume he's going to go down and empty him before he empties me again. And, you know, we'll figure it out. Just need to be careful, because if I start getting some kind of weird lag, like, again, the last thing I want to do is drop the harvester off the map, and like sometimes that happens, and it's not our fault, but sometimes it is. So I want to make sure that that's not the situation I've got. It's interesting how it kind of cut it a little funky here, but it's just doing a lot of weird stuff. I don't understand. Like, I do have the width. Yeah, the 39.37 is what I had before. So this should all work just fine the way it's going. Last thing I want to do is run into the truck, so I'm trying to take the, I grabbed a thumbnail at one point, so I'm trying to get that where I need to in my thumbnail editor. But obviously, I don't want to suddenly run into his truck, showing that I'm not paying attention, so that would be bad. But he's not in the truck, he's moving the other truck around, it looks like, and maybe he's just kind of leaving it for me up here to utilize. So he may have not even been in the truck, now that I think about it. But we'll get over here. We've got a little bit of challenge with that, but I should be able to go up and down 4 times, I would think, here. So let's see. So hopefully this will all work out. Come on. Oh boy. Now I'm getting lag. I can see that. Come on, why? There we go. I'm like, something weird is happening, that's for sure. So, yeah, he's gonna do that over there, and then the question is again, no, he's heading off. So maybe that was a truck that was kind of full. But given that I was 49%, I should be able to go there and back before I'm 100%. So, you know, if I can get 4 rows done, more power to us. And then, you know, we'll need to do this part. So someone had gotten that cut. I don't know what these red lines are. I have not played on county line with really anything, any consistency, certainly not enough to know the map. I've been on it here and there, but it's definitely been infrequent and not really. I don't think I've done any work on it. This may be the first time ever, so I'm pretty sure you know, it was just like a map tour or something, or just taking a peek at it at some point. Alright, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on it and make sure we're not full. Alright, so I've kind of gotten what I need done there. But it looks like I'm coming up on the point. It's really going to be the question at the end as I was jiggling around a little bit, do I have any piece that it'll miss? I think I'll be alright the way this is lining up. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pipe out. But I should be in good shape here. So we'll see. 97, 98. Just got to be really careful. 99. Alright, I made it. Wow. That is really close. Because I think these are 18,000 when they're full. So that will be an interesting one. Let's see, where is he at? Oh, I see, he's running down here. So I don't know if that's where their silo is, but either way, obviously, you know, if they do some of their work, they're not paying a contractor to do stuff. So that's always a good thing. For their cash flow. It's not a good thing for my cash flow at this point, but once again, I'm more about, you know, hey, can I help? And at the end of the day, I mean, again, I have an hour and a half tonight, so I'm not looking to be up forever. So honestly, if it goes ahead and does some stuff. So you can see, like, the AI, you know, it takes some time, it lines up, it lowers the header. Like, they are good, they're accurate, but I don't know how, if they're really faster. You know, that's the thing. So, you know, and the difficulty is, obviously, the AI will fill at some point. So if you're not aware of it and then suddenly you try to do something, it may stop because it can't continue. But at least it won't run over crop, which obviously I could do from a mistake or something. So that would be a bad thing. But yeah, so he's going around doing what he needs over there, down on this area here. Like I said, what I need to figure out, it just now I'm down at this end. I'm not sure where the opening is to get in there. There appears to be a fence around it. There was a little opening down at the south end, but that seems like a really weird way to do it, if that's really where we're supposed to go. So now we're going to be able to tell a little bit better here. Like if I'm better at the turnaround than the AI is. So now the AI is gonna, you know, do its thing. It's gonna stop. It lifts its header, so it theoretically spins around faster. But, you know, now it's backing up. Now it's pulling up. Then it stops and lines up. Then it lowers its header. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that he's lost any ground on me. So because I'm not picking up my header, he might go quicker even though he's setting up, but I don't know. It's not up to me if they want to use AI or if they want to use me. So obviously, you know, the farmer's doing what the farmer's doing. I'm assuming he's cutting a few things there because once again with the fence you probably need even more than 2 passes around. But I should be able to go here. And so I'm assuming he may be on his 4th pass. Oh, he's full now. See, so that's the difference. Is like right now, he's going to stop. And, you know, if he notices him, great. But if not, you know, and that's the other thing I don't like about AI, because it just keeps churning the money away, as you can see. But he's just sitting there, having a coffee break, smoking a cigarette, whatever it is. So, you know, where, I mean, and again, obviously if I was waiting, if I was doing the same thing, like, you get paid by the hour, I'd be doing the same thing, but, It's just kind of a different thing. So he's still driving the harvester around. I'm not going to worry about it unless he tells me to worry about it, because in the end, like if I jump out of the harvest isn't happening on my end. Where here I can do stuff. There are some geese somewhere. Oh, I see. Did they fly? I don't understand. I don't know where that goose sound came from, because they look like the regular blackbirds that we always have. Alright, so I was asking him where the openings are. He said there's one on the east and two on the south side, so if I need to get over there and help him, which I would certainly do at some point. Okay, well, it looks like maybe it's there, or not sure why he's turning around. But maybe he's trying to cut something, or maybe he's filling up and he doesn't want to get stuck where he can't get a truck in or something. But once again, I should be in pretty good shape here. I'll go ahead and just drive over to the truck, I think. And then at this point, 4 more rows is not going to finish it, but it's going to make a good dent in it, for certain. So he took the truck, but he said don't chase him down, so I will. Alright, so definitely between the two of us, between the AI harvester and me, I don't think we've got 8 rows, so I think we're going to get done. And, you know, because my problem is, like, even though I got half of this done, I'm not going to be able to go another row, because then, well, I guess I could go partially, I suppose. Because my pipe would be out, but that's only if I got somebody to run the truck, which I think, yeah, he's just parking it there, and I'm sure he's going back. Yep, he's back in the harvester, so. And then I will maybe go over to the road and go on the east. I don't know, the east just seems like a scary place. Driving along the edge of the world is not a fun thing, although I guess there's a little bit of a road, it goes diagonally, but I'll see. Because at this point, like, I'll be able to go back and forth one more time. And, you know, at some point, obviously, I'll let the AI, like, I'm not going to play chicken with the harvester. I mean, maybe I will a little bit, but we may not be on the exact same rows as the other challenge, so. But at this point, like, yeah, I can go out and back for sure, because I'm not anywhere near the 49 that I was running at. But, plus this field looks like it shrinks back down here. So he's going to turn around, so I should be able to come back, but we might be getting ready to cross paths and bang headers, but I'll worry about that as I come through. So let's see. So he's, alright, running a truck over. But at this point, I think I'll definitely stick around, because maybe it'll give me a chance to get some conversation with him and, you know, hear about. I can certainly let him know that I heard he might have some stuff tomorrow, even though it's not these. But they're talking about 14 and 13, which are down here. So again, that'd be a decent amount of work, because you can see all I've been doing is up here. That beep scared me, so I jumped out of the map, but you can see, I mean, I've just done basically this and down the side, so these are pretty good sized fields here. So they could keep me busy for a good amount of time tomorrow, that is for certain. So we will turn around here and we'll see what we can do. So we're going to play chicken with the train. It's going to be really close here. There we go. He's like trying to empty into me there. Offload himself. Crazy harvester. But anyway, we are through, and then he should be done, unless he's going to decide he wants to chase me because he senses crop on the field. So hopefully it won't do something stupid. It's just backing up. Interesting. The AI is a funny thing, sir. I will tell you that. So I will definitely empty here. And then I will run over and try to find my way into that field. But since I'm on this side, I think it might be best to start where I'm at. Not sure where he went at this point, but not really worried about that. Alright, well, it like turned around now, and yes, it's like running me down, but I don't know if it like knows where the truck is and it's gonna go to the truck, or we'll see if it's smart enough for that. Like, let's see what it's gonna do. Well, it's waiting. No, it just stopped, so there you go. They have completed their task. What the heck are those? They're geese. I mean, I get what I'm hearing, but I think it's just a sound effect. Alright. Because I'm like half tempted to go over on the east side and get in over there. Just trying to see what I can see there. Because like if it's up on this corner, that would be perfect. But it's not. See, I don't know that I can get... No, I can't get in there. That was a bad move. Alright. So I can do it from the road, obviously, a different way, but I gotta come in from the south. So I know I saw the gate, but maybe there's an opening from the yard, so I'm gonna have to see that as I go down over there. So, just trying to see where there is an opening. As you said, the south to... Okay, I see it there in the yard. Cool. So we'll just go around and we'll get in there. That's way bigger than the other opening I was seeing. So... get myself in there, and that will get me a little bit. So turn into the yard here and then come on out. There we go. And it ends up being kind of the real question of, you know, how much can I get? But we'll do the same thing I was doing with the AI. We'll just come at each other from the sides, and that'll be it. Go, 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 crazy man. Now, let's see. If I do this, whoops. So there we go. So I can do that, and then I can just keep going up and down. But I would imagine this is going to go pretty fast. 'cause this is not nearly as large a field, I don't think. Although it could be deceiving. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So he's heading out there. You know, what I'll probably do if I'm full, it doesn't make any sense to like move the trucks, so what I'll do is I will grab the other truck when I fill up. I'll empty the other harvester that's up there, so at least we're clear with that. And then I will bring the other truck in here, and then it'll just be my truck on this side, and we'll go from there. Alright, so that should be good, but I should be able to go a few rows and not have any issue. I did have snap terrain angle on, because usually that, I thought that always knocked you into the cardinal directions of 90, 180, 270, and 360 or 0, but maybe not. But either way, this is exactly the line I want, because once I've cut one, that's what I was trying to do when I started, and I was just all over the place, because Hammer was giving me some updates like, hey, do this, hey, do that, and so this guy zips around kind of fast, but I am not sure, because to me, I'd rather, I don't know that it helps that terribly much doing that, but alright, let me get back here, pick this up, because that's the danger with going the way I had, is it wasn't quite clear. So it's not going to be a ton. It's 6 or 7 liters, but I don't want to be sloppy. But since I was driving without a line, obviously, at the other end, whoops, then I had a bit of a challenge. But I should be able to go up and down one more time, because I was only 43. And so I'll come up and back, and then I'll turn around, and then it'll be a great position for the truck to just drive in. So I will do that, and everything will be marvelous. But no, this is the part that is why I love multiplayer. Just kind of working together. I mean, sometimes it's more fun if people are chattering or talking or whatever, but I just hopped out to take a look and see if maybe Schwag was sitting in some voice channel, but they're not, so, because then I could always just join that and chatter with them, but nobody is in chat. But this is at least the group I work with on 4, definitely much more chatty. They're always in chat when we're working, so, but obviously now with it being winter, there's just not a lot to do there. So now that I got the grapes pruned, I got to keep myself busy doing other things. But that is a nice thing that I certainly do like about this too. By having servers that are staggered, I'm able to do stuff like this where, hey, it's still harvest, where on the other server I think it's December or January today. So where in FSN all the servers were in the same place. Alright, so he brought me a truck, so I don't need to go get one, but that probably means the harvester up there is not emptied, so we'll go from there. So he's definitely a very efficient FM, I will tell you that, because he tries to just keep doing something. So while his harvester was unloading, because it does take a few seconds, he went and got me the truck, which helps. Obviously lets me keep moving, but, you know, all of it is what it is, so. Alright, I think I got in there well. If not, I'll have to dance around at the end, but I think the way I turned in there, it worked out. So we shall see how fast this all comes together. I'm thinking 10 or 15 more minutes. Not entirely sure. But, yeah, like that harvester's still there. Like, I doubt he jumped into the harvester. But he did go grab that same truck. See, what I was going to do was also empty that harvester, and that just helps clean everything up. But whatever works. So I was going to ask him about if he's got anything tomorrow, but I think I'll just try to be a little bit patient and get through the work at hand. I mean, obviously, if he raises it, that's fine, but I don't want to be too pushy. And Hammer had also told me, I guess there's another FM on here, Alaska, that he thinks is going to have a bunch of fields that need help tomorrow. So he suggested I let him know, and he said he's on at 7 a.m. Eastern, so I'll be on before he is. So, but I'm going to have to do the work for Nav anyway, which takes a little bit of time. You know, so what I may need to do tomorrow is figure out how to get some more hay into the TMR mixer thing and go from there. So it may all work out. Like, I may just be done when they're ready for some help. But once again, my hope is I leave here with something that I know I can do. Because if he tells me... Now, as I think about it, however, it's only 16:11 here, which means it's 4:11 in the afternoon. But this is, I think, after 11 p.m. it is. So it's 11:11, so this is 7 hours behind. Which means at 5 or 6 a.m. it's still going to be September. So I will not be able to jump in here right in the morning and do anything that pops in October. I would have to wait until later in the morning to be able to do that. But if I know, because initially, like, I thought I'd have something to do here with these sunflowers today and tomorrow, and maybe 14 and 13 are sunflowers, so maybe that's what he meant. But, you know, again, I didn't think they'd get all these fields done today, but obviously they are a very focused and efficient group. So I'm taking a look at the map, because, yeah, it looks like... Alright, so the purple... Because he's using, obviously, I think a yellow piece of equipment. Whatever he's doing there. I think... Oh, no, okay. So the blue is on, too. Doing their thing. Because I knew there were 2 other FMs on when I joined. But, you know, I just didn't know how things were going to pan out in total. And so forth, so we'll see. I didn't really look when I said 15 minutes what it was, but I think it's only taking less than 2 minutes, I think, to run 1 row. So I think with both of us doing stuff in 15 minutes, that means we could do 30 rows. Oh, is he gonna go down and empty in my truck and then fill my truck, and then I won't have a truck? Don't do that to me. He is. Oh well, maybe his truck is full or something. But maybe by the time I get to the end, he'll have taken that truck and have emptied it and brought it back empty. I don't know. Because he knows where his silo is. That's something I would have to figure out. And yes, it looks, well, I was going to say it looks like he left, but no, I think I'm just at the draw distance. It looked like that truck could still take quite a bit, so I may be okay. So, yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Because at this point, yeah, he's swinging around. But yeah, we're going to finish in this next group, so it's going to be just like the AI, other than it's 2 humans. So there'll be a little bit of difference, but not much. Alright, a little bit of dancing with the lag meter there. But yeah, so I was going to say he left in the middle of a row. So yeah, I don't know if it was that he figured he was nearby and closer to this truck when he got full instead of running back there. But whatever it was, that's what he chose to do. And, you know, he got stuff done that way. So, but yeah, this will take it. It's just a matter of will it take more. Ooh, this is pretty full, but again, with 150,000 liters. Oh goodness, is it full already? It is, I think. It is. All right. 2,000 milliseconds. I love it. All right. So again, what I'm trying to do as part of this is, once again, because he's paying for competence, I want to show him, like, I can figure stuff out on my own. Instead of asking him, where's your silo, I took a look and gave him the, hey, is your silo on 23? And obviously he, you know, said, yep, that's exactly where it is. So I guess we're going to get to see what the red line is here. Is there a road? Is it just, oh, it's just like a dirt road. Okay. So it's the way to get through things here. And like I said, these are soybeans, because I made that mistake on Judd's farm. Where I was like, oh yeah, it's harvested sunflowers, and then I drove into his soybeans and destroyed some. So I'm going to try not to destroy swag here. Alright, where's the big silo? There it is. I'm like, these are usually pretty tall. I should be able to see them over the trees, but... Alright, there we go. So we will pull in, dump, and return. Alright, there we go. So, it doesn't take terribly long for this thing to empty. So what have they got here? Let's see. Not that much. A lot of barley. But not that many sunflowers. So, of course, they may have, you know, 4 or 5 trucks spread around that are loaded up or something, too. So, who knows? But either way, we got 250,000 now. Try to stay a little bit away from where it's loud. But alright, so the dashed line is the dirt road. So, mystery solved. So that's good to know. But that then helps. So obviously, yeah, like the orange lines are fancier ones. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. I came this way. I just need to find my way back again, but so these almost look like those fences that you'd then have like the cow grates across if this was a cattle pasture out in Wyoming or something. Been watching. Recently caught up on Yellowstone in 1883 and 1923. You know, we're still going through 1923, but in any event, we're good here. I'll just follow my tracks back like a set of breadcrumbs, empty my harvester, and then I want to still be able to play chicken with him, and I could have another competency show, and I'll defer to him. I'll say, hey, you know, I'll move, and you just keep going straight. I'll make sure I don't hit you, and then we'll see how trusting he is. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was almost bad, but luckily it wasn't. But yeah, I should be able to, because he'll be up, and then I'll go and come right on back. So there we go. Good stuff. So yes, we will be, in fact, moving. Well, maybe I won't, because I think he just ran over some crop. It's always fun when he does his own destruction, but I almost ran into his crop myself. So sorry, I was just focused on the driving. Wasn't saying much, but hopefully you were just enjoying the effort. So we'll be good here. Looks like he's heading back. So I don't know if there's any stuff left. I'll pick up those little 2 stalks over there. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's a repair thing there. I'll make sure I do that. So, again, showing my competency that I paid attention and I'm learning. Again, he may tell me before I get there, but I'm sure a little bit of it, you know, it depends. If I'm him and I'm really trying to test people, because I'm paying them extra money, then I would go ahead and make sure they can do all that stuff. But let's see. He's running around on the other side of the building there. But yeah, so we've got a repair spot there. We'll see. Am I close enough? No. So I probably need to back into it a bit. So let's see. Is that close enough? Clean it up. I don't know that I can clean his up. Probably too far away. But I'm trying to remember if these are the ones I had on in Misty Hills and Shellbrook. If I had, I know I had a Kloss. I just don't know if it was the 8900. So just get this cleaned up. Obviously it's pretty dirty. But because yeah, otherwise it'll give me some detail. I don't know if he filled it or not. But I should be able to get in there and get some gas. So let me see if I want to go crazy. Maybe. What's another 30-40 minutes, right? So I'm just going to back in here so that I can get fuel. There we go. So we are filling up. Got 4,000. Alright, so he wants to move the equipment first, which makes sense, because otherwise what could end up happening, and I'm sure he's gotten burned before, I would probably do the right thing and stick around. But, you know, he's, you know, talking about getting these soy fields knocked out if we have time, which is what I was saying. I should be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to at least get this out of the way here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what? I'm not going to get this out of the way because stupid me. This is a corn header. Ain't going to work on soy. Because I was like, yeah, I'm going to cut myself into the soy so that we can get through here. But can't do that. So we'll take this down. This is where he's got everything. So the question is are there, you know, are there trailers around for the headers or something? And I'm not sure that there are. Alright, so I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to jump, let's see, back up. So, where is our stuff? There we go. So, I'll grab this, we'll take it down. So, a little bit of travel, definitely here. And, you know, we'll just have to figure out where the headers are, or it will go from there. So, yeah, sorry I'm not chatting. You know, I'm just kind of focused on driving. Last thing I want to do, if the lag hits, is screw up, and obviously we barely fit through here. We're hitting the, like that. See, that's my point. Come on. Shoot. Alright, where is all his stuff? Alright, well this goes there. I can see that. But where the hell is the harvesters? I don't think they're in the shed. Or maybe, did he take it out already? Oh, I see, he did, so. Alright. So let me pop in here. Actually, I think I'm gonna, rather than fight that one, I'm gonna go to this header. We'll pull that out. Alright, let me look if... Alright. So the other harvester is there, so I will get that home. And then I will join him on the soy field. So this is kind of like a secret. This is the way you make sure the competing farmers don't know how many harvesters you have. Because if you just follow the tracks, like, they're not going to have a clue. Like, I could have 100 harvesters or I could have one. They don't know. So that is my plan here. I am just camouflaging the awesomeness of this guy's farm by just following the tracks. I mean, obviously around the turns I'm not that great, but like from an aerial shot, they might be like, it looks like he's just got one harvester. But then they find out, lo and behold, I don't. I have something else too. So it's crazy stuff. So we'll get this down. And then I will come up here. Now my confusion is, what did he do with the header trailer for the thing? Is it over there? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know that it matters entirely. So we'll see if on the other side of his barn, I guess I can put the other header, corn header, over here, and then it'll kind of be the same thing that he had. So what I will do, because if I'm him at this point, there's less stuff over there, I would put it over here, and then it'll be out of the way. And then stuff can still go in and out, but alright. So yeah, he does have that. So where am I? There we go. Because I'm not sure if this is a bigger header or not. I think it is, but I don't know for sure. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go where he was, because he knows his farm and I don't. And I'm guessing there's a bigger entrance over here, maybe? Yeah. So it looks like from that road that I can do stuff there. So this, I think, is a grass field. So we'll go here, and then we'll come in over there. And then we'll be all set. And then I will help him knock this out. And soybeans doesn't have high yield, so the good news is, like, it should be something pretty, shouldn't require a ton of extra stuff. So he was going the other way, I think, so I'm gonna go this way. And, you know, we'll figure stuff out as we go. But there we go. Soybeans are going. So, because yeah, I saw him like going back over there. Let me just take a quick look. Alright, so he's just finishing that one. This way I can just finish this. And then probably if I want to set a line, I probably want to set it this way. And kind of go along in this direction here. This is just lag. It's going everywhere now. I gotta hate it and love it at the same time. Come on! Like, this is ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. So I'm gonna try this again. Oh, come on. Literally every time I put cruise control on? Alright. So, we're gonna try this. God, this is terrible. Alright. So, we're gonna do that. And then I should be able to go. I might have to move around that. Oh, it's a windmill. I thought it was like a light pole, but now I see it. It's a windmill. But yeah, this is kind of a jaggy field over here. I'm sure this is how it's painted. onto the map. I can't imagine that there's anything you could do other than that to make this field do what this thing is doing. But we'll see how fast this all goes. But I'll move over here, and then yes, now that he's cut that, we'll just be able to go kind of in and out. And here we go, right by the windmill, and of course the lag engine kicks in again. Alright, so that should take everything. Alright, that will work. And then we'll turn this around, and we'll just keep running stuff up and down. And then it should work just peachy. So my guess is, like, when I go down to that end, I can just run back. But we'll see. If I'm not at 50%, because I started at the street, so when I hit the edge, if I'm not at 50, I'm going to go back and forth one more time. I'm trying to remember. I think the telephone poles are on our side, but that's alright. That's easy enough to get around. So this is a bit crazy, I will tell you that. So with the lag is what I mean. But at least we're able to make some good progress here. It's gonna be close. It's 11:45. I was like, oh, we'll be done at midnight, but no, not sure that we will. Oh, come on, don't move the truck on me, dude. Ah, he is. So, we've been kind of joking around a bit. I was giving him a hard time about that he must hate me, because every time I get near the truck to use it, he moves it. So I did ask him to kind of put it back. So, hey, one of the other FMs decided to join in. So, yeah, because he was saying, yeah, you know, I'm like, you must hate me, and he's like, was it that obvious? So I was joking with him, because he obviously moved it up on 28, and so these are funny guys. So, but I did ask him, hey, if you can put it back, because I knew I could go up and down one more time, but then I was like, oh, if he leaves the truck over there because he went and emptied it, well, I think I was still talking, so I will have left that in the video. Usually I cut out most of the chat stuff because nothing's going on, and it's probably hard to read, and plus I want to respect people having a conversation at least, and not just have it out on YouTube forever in case maybe they don't want that. Although in this environment, I mean, although I guess you have to be in Farmers Only to see it, where obviously if it's out on YouTube, you'd see it more easily, but obviously the server chats show up in Discord and vice versa, so anything we say in here people can see, so who knows. But we'll see how this goes. But what I was starting to say is it was 11:45, now it's 11:51. I was like hoping, oh yeah, I'll be done by midnight, but I think it's going to go a little past that. But at this point, like, we're so close, and I've told the guy I'd help him, so I'll stick with my word. We'll go there, and like I said, hopefully it'll be, you know, he'll have seen I know what I'm doing, and you know, it'll be a good working relationship, and I can work for him in the future. Because if he's staggered a little bit like this, like, you know, that this works out actually, because obviously September, October, November, even though he's only staggered by 3 months, it's kind of the right 3 months, I guess, if you want to call it that. because I've got kind of 6 months of downtime between November to May, in essence. But so I even have more time. But you know, if I can get involved with someone here, where their harvest windows on this server now would normally be September, October, November, unless they've got some early crops, then I can pick this up as work in between. And so this might not be a bad deal, is basically keep doing nav stuff every morning. You know, I kind of get the $5,000 every time for that, and at this point, it's probably taking me 30 minutes, and I'm probably just going to get faster. There's certainly going to be some days, like, again, tomorrow, if I need to figure out what I do to get the hay in the TMR mixer, and again, it should just be a telehandler or something, but it's just a matter of lifting stuff up and getting it in there. But if I need to do that, that might take a little bit of extra time, but that probably happens just every few days, and then everything else is pretty quick. So, you know, if it's really only taking me 30 minutes, my point is, even though I'm getting paid $5,000, I'm in essence getting the equivalent of $10,000 an hour, because I'm not spending an hour, I'm spending half an hour, and if I have something else to do, like, I'm still getting paid at that rate. You know, and once again, like, I still would say, decisions I've made so far, I'm still pretty happy with how they've all laid out, because even though I'm getting paid a little bit less by Lumeric, they're a chattier group, they're just more fun to spend time with. So, you know, it makes up for the fact that I'm making a little bit less, where while we've been working okay here, there hasn't been a whole lot of chatter here, and obviously these guys aren't on voice chat. Doesn't mean that they wouldn't at some point, but you know, we'll see how everything plays out. Alright, so if he comes down here, which I'm sure he will, I'll just have to go around him again. So I'll just do that, and then we'll be good. So I'll just get out of his way, and then I'll kind of collect up appropriately later. And we'll go from there, and hopefully, if he's really good, he'll clean up my little mess there. Alright, although he missed one, but I can grab that on the way back. But all is good. Again, the close pass should show him some competency in being able to maneuver stuff and whatever, so we'll see. We'll see what this turns into. And again, I don't know. Again, is this someone younger? Is it someone older? You know, no idea how that all pans out. Alright, I might be able to get the little bit on the edge. Probably. I'm going to have to move a bit over there, which is fine because I've got enough room now to do that. So everything worked marvelously. Marvelously, I tell you. But let's see. 11:56. It's not going to be too bad. We might even have a shot at being done with pulling the soy off the field. We're just going to then have, as it always is, 5-10 minutes of cleanup at the end to get everything put away. Obviously, I'm going to have to, you know, get the header back on the trailer, go bring everything back. I assume his normal process is just repair everything, even though we just did these type of thing. You know, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, this is going to be the part where, you know, I can show that I'm easy to work with by just kind of working through, because we're going to be crossing paths a lot now. Now we're past the point of, you know, hey, I've got room on the field to maneuver, and, you know, because I'm turning around, he's ahead of me, but it's a triangle, so I got a shorter path here at this point, because the hypotenuse is the longer one, and we're going to end up at the same point together. So, we'll see. So, obviously I will defer to him, because he's the boss. So there we go. And then he can swing around and kind of jump back in ahead of me. But let me put my pipe away so I'm out of his way. So there we go. Play around with the header a little bit so that we're as effective as we can be, but this should then again show, hey, we can work together, we can work in close quarters, we're not gonna be running into each other, this, that, and the other thing. And then, you know, more importantly, I've shown the willingness to hang out and help him out. You know, obviously there'll be some days where I'll just be like, sorry, I really can't. I need to go. But this is one of those weeks where if I'm a little bit tired tomorrow, it's not going to be the end of the world. And, you know, again, sometimes earning that goodwill works out better that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way so that we stay out of each other's way. And then we'll just follow each other around, and that way we're not tap dancing the way we were before. So that will work out nicely. And then we can just maybe follow each other in a circle. I don't know. We'll see if he gets the gist of what I'm doing here. Because I'm just going to basically do that and then come right back where he was. And then we'll just keep cutting the edges. So that will work. And then I will go back here. And so there you go. He's just going to leave that for me to finish. But not very chatty, which, you know, is okay, but it's a little less fun. So, yeah, what I was saying, like, I don't know if he's, you know, a lot of times some of the FMs they're younger kids, sometimes they're even teenagers or whatever. So I'll turn that off so that I can use all the horsepower to get over here. And it is 12:01. So 12:02. So we didn't make it at midnight, but we got pretty damn close. And once again, though, we're right here. So I think it'll all work out pretty nicely. Oh goodness, there's another field over there? Dude, really? Oh, this one's smaller though. Alright, I'll help him out. So at this point, we're going to do kind of more the traditional thing. I am going to follow him around. We're going to kind of work together, and then we'll go from there. So let me get this. Alright, so I'm going to get this put away. We kind of have been chatting, so Schwag, I guess, is another person who had given FSN a try. So, seems to be a lot of folks here who ended up here. But anyway, so nice to know, but nice, nice to see folks. Alright, so it looks like he's got the harvester there. But we'll see. So I'm just going to see if there's anything else he needs. Alright, so I am going to head out. And that, I'm sure, again, is another massive video. So he said 13 and 14 has soy tomorrow. So I'll likely be back on here after I do the work with Nav. Unless someone else sends me something else that is of interest. So the last thing I did learn, they do everything in meters, and they set things about a half a meter wider than auto width, because then it's just less passes, but seems to work. So I learned something there, so that definitely helps. But I'll see you next time.